Hey, look at you. You wandered into the break room where things are a little more casual, a little more laid back. And, I can put up stuff there I don't necessarily have to worry about getting the copyright hits for. I really ought to come up with a different setup, given that I am trying to go for a slightly different vibe on this channel versus the main Council of Geeks channel. But this is where I've got my lighting set up, and it's a big pain in my butt to set it up somewhere else. I'll get there. I'll do it. This whole idea was almost sort of spur of the moment. It's almost like a placeholder in some ways, because there are specific projects that I want to do that would have to go here, that it's a bad idea for them to put me on the main channel. Why am I rambling about this? Okay, look, anyways, holy crap. That's what happens here. Loose, free-flowing. I'm here to take a look at the Mandalorian trailer. This is not the first one. I saw the first one a couple of months ago, and I don't remember a dang thing about it. That's not a promising sign. But a new one came out today. Let's take a look. Okay, so...
Is the world more peaceful since the revolution?
What's the timeline on this thing? Some people probably...
It's a shame that your people suffered.
Some people who've been paying attention could tell me, but... Ooh, shiny. Too many cuts for me to know whether or not that was a well-choreographed fight.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Alright, carbonite... There's something about that bugs me. I'm going to talk about that later.
They said you were the best in the parsec. Would you agree?
Is that Werner Herzog? Well, the aliens look good. They are spending a lot of money on this thing.
Mandalorian. Look outside. They're waiting for you.
IG-88.
Yeah? Good.
Okay, I mean, it looks about what I would expect it to look like. It looks kind of cool. Looks expensive. I mean, like, I'm not in the best headspace to be looking at this thing in the first place because, like, I'm not super enthused about Star Wars right now, which, yeah, I've mentioned on the other channel. Like, I don't love that fact, but it is what it is. So, the thing that I said I was going to have to bring up, it's treating... the carbonite freezing as, like, standard operating procedure. Like, this is the thing that bounty hunters just do. Now, as I say this is based off the movies, because the movies for Star Wars are about pretty much the only thing I care about. If it was explained elsewhere in the expanded universe, whatever, I'm sorry, I don't care. And... hate to break it to you, most people who like the Star Wars movies don't care. But in Empire Strikes Back, there's actually a whole sort of deal made between Lando Calrissian and Darth Vader about the use of the carbonite to freeze Han Solo. In fact, Han Solo's not being frozen in order to transport him. He's being frozen to test it, to make sure that it won't kill whoever they put in so that they can then use it later on Luke. Like, that's Lando's whole concern. You put someone in there, it might kill them. This is not used for this. So carbonite freezing is not standard operating procedure. It's something that they did that time, and Solo wasn't frozen to transport. He was frozen as a guinea pig, and he happened to survive, so he then got transported in that. So seeing it here where it's like, and now he's carbonite freeze and we transport him because that's what bounty hunters do. Granted, nobody said that, but that's how it's being presented. I'm immediately going, no. somebody wasn't paying attention, or maybe someone was paying attention to expanded universe stuff and it eventually got explained where it got perfected and everybody does it now. I don't know. But from what I've seen in the films, which are the things people have definitely seen, as opposed to the comics, the novels, the video games, and whatever else that people may or may not have played, Carbonite was, like, dangerous. That's not a thing you do, especially not if you're trying to bring someone in alive. Like, Vader had to promise Boba Fett that he would compensate him if Solo died. And again, I'm getting hung up on a detail that A, probably no one else cares about, and B, probably has validation in other media, which I suppose is more fair with The Mandalorian than with other things, since it already is extemporaneous media, given that it's a streaming show as opposed to the movie, so maybe they're a little more valid dipping into something like that. But then again, that's me assuming it's justified in the first place. If it's not, if there's no counter to what I'm arguing right now, that shows a lack of attention to detail that is frustrating. And I don't just want to mean that in a way of like, you got a detail wrong, how dare you? No, it's a bit more like, you know, you got so many other details right, but that's kind of a major plot hole right there. So, I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not the hottest person to be asking for my opinion on Star Wars stuff right now. I'm not in the zone, I'm not in that headspace. It'd be lovely if Rise of Skywalker got me back there. I'm not counting on it, but that would be nice. In any case, that's it for my reaction and immediate thoughts on this trailer. I need to figure out like a different sign-off for this one, but you know what, for right now, there's the usual stuff down below. If you want to support me, this channel and the other one, Patreon is huge help, but beyond that, you know, like, subscribe, more stuff will be going up here on sporadic basis, but you know how it can be. In any case, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time you need a break.